My name is Grace Sanutti. I am a doctoral candidate at Kaiser University. Currently, I'm in CRJ 710. Professor is Dr. Barbara Cook. It is April 5th, 2026, and this is my theory outline presentation for week 6. I will be comparing differential association theory and social disorganization theory. Let's begin with differential association theory. Differential association theory was developed by Edward Sutherland in 1939. Later, in 1947, it was refined. The core idea basically is that criminal behavior is learned through social interaction with others, just like any other behavior. The key principles are people learn definite favorable or unfavorable behaviors to law breaking. The criminal behavior occurs when the definitions favorable to crime outweighs definitions unfavorable to crime. They receive a reward for the crime. Learning happens primarily in intimate personal groups, usually with family, friends, and peers. It includes both techniques of committing crime and the motive that drives the rationalization and the attitudes. An example of differential therapy association would be a young person who grows up around friends or family who regularly commits theft. They may learn to view stealing as acceptable or even exciting. I will also be comparing social disorganization theory. This theory was developed by Clifford Shaw and Henry McKay in the 1920s and the 1930s. Core idea is crime rates are higher in certain neighborhoods because of structural breakdown in social institutions and weakened community controls. The key principles of association disorganization theory concentrates on poverty. The key principles believe that concentrated poverty, residential instability, ethnic heredity, and family destruction leads to social disorganization. Notwithstanding, when communities cannot effectively supervise youth or transmit conventional values, delinquency flourishes. It focuses on place, ecological areas, rather than the individual pathology. It has a zone of transition, where we call areas where high population turnover shows a persistently high crime rate for different ethnic groups or over time. An example of social disorganized theory would be inner city neighborhoods with high poverty, frequent moves, and weakened community ties have elevated juvenile delinquency regardless of who lives there. Let's compare and contrast both theories. Similarities. Both are sociological theories that reject purely biological or psychological explanations of crime. Both emphasize the role of social environment in producing criminal behavior, and both were highly influenced in shifting criminology towards environmental and community levels explanations. The differences. There are several differences that are broken down. The first one is mechanism. Differential association is more on the micro level. It's individual learning through a personal relationship. Social disorder is a macro level involving neighborhood, community structure, and organizations. The focus, Sutherland focused on how individuals acquire pro-crime attitudes and skills, while Sean and McKay focus on why certain geographic areas consistently produce high crime rates. The policy implications, differential association, the implications change peer groups, improve socialization, and mentoring programs. Social disorganization is community development, stabilize neighborhoods, and strengthens institutions. like school, families, and local organizations. I would take the analytical approach, and as the analytical approach for my paper, I will provide a literature review of both theories with original source citations. I will clearly analyze the strength and limitations of each theory using modern empirical research. I will examine how two theories can complement each other. Example, social disorganization explain why certain environments expose individuals to more delinquent associations. And I would discuss contemporary relevance, how both theories can explain urban crime patterns, gang environments, and effects of concentrated disadvantages today. And I would conclude with policy recommendations that integrate insight from both perspectives. And my thesis, differential association theory posits that criminal behavior is acquired through close social relationship, whereas social disorganization theory demonstrates that insufficient community controls can lead to elevated crime rate. Integrating these theories provide a more comprehensive understanding of the roles of individual socialization and community structures in contributing to criminal activity. In summary, both theories offer valuable but distinct lens on crime causation, and differential association is a learned behavior at the individual level. Social disorganization is a breakdown of community at the ecological level. Combining them both strengthens the ability to understand and address crime. My references were Southern EH 1947 Principles of Criminology, 4th edition, Sean C. R. and McKay, HD 1942 Juvenile Delinquency in Urban Areas. Thank you.